Hello, this is Brad Waller, and I'm coming to you today from a hotel room in Sacramento instead of from my car. I'm here for 4 days. As I've said before, I am on the board of directors for the California State PTA, and we're having our quarterly meeting. We meet 4 times a year in person because it's a statewide organization and it's very difficult to do everything remotely. There's a lot of ways of using technology, using email and Google Drives and phone calls and online meetings, all those kinds of things, and that works, but there's really no substitute for being together in person and just going through things. And for example, this time we've got a few hundred pages of agenda to go through because just things build up and we have to take care of stuff. So today's meeting, I got up at 3:30 in the morning, which is very unusual for me. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm more likely to still be awake at 3:30 than waking up at 3:30. But I got the 6:10 flight out of LAX, got up here to Sacramento, and was able to take care of a little bit of business, actually do a little bit of work, had a conference call with a client, and got all set for our meeting, which went from 1 o'clock until 7 o'clock today, where we do business of the organization. PTA is very much like a business, but it's kind of odd. We have an executive director. Normally when you have an executive director, they're the ones that do everything and are responsible for everything. But the PTA, the president is the person who's ultimately responsible. So the president is the person who signs the contracts and signs the checks and does all that. The executive director runs the association office. So they're responsible for employees and the physical plant and for things like that, but they don't actually have anything to do with policy, contracts, and the things that you would expect them to be doing. So it's a little bit of an odd situation to get used to and to understand when you're first coming into it. But I'm getting used to it now. It's been 7 months since I was elected. But so what we do is all the business. Today was budget, audit, a lot of financial things, some employment issues, talking about realignment of some of the employment or some of the positions, what people do, job descriptions, as well as the usual business. And I guess the usual business is where you get into people make a motion that they want to have this program or do this service, and it's got this much budget, or we want to buy these things, and there's a lot of that kind of stuff, which is paperwork, semi-busy work, but that's what we do, and you've got to run it. Plus, in between these meetings, we're doing the things that we do per our position. So me being vice president for communications, I review press releases, I review every email before it goes out. In fact, I've got a couple on my computer I've got to review now. So all the social media, I'm either in charge of or review most of everything that goes out. The VP of Program Member Services is in charge of everything membership, as well as all the programs that we do, which is a lot. That's a huge, huge job. So we each have jobs, and if you go to capta.org, you can read all about our board of directors and see who we are and see all that. And if you have any questions, maybe I can come up with another video. But I got to get my 90 days straight videos done. So this was today's video, basically more talking about my day and what I do for the California State PTA. And I've got to come up with something more interesting for tomorrow, hopefully. But I do have some ideas if I've got the time. Alrighty, bye.